Okay, so for your worksheet, I'm just going to go through a couple of them. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so this was just a reminder. Let's scroll down to get to some of the actual questions. So don't forget, okay, you're looking for divisibility rules. Okay, and what is same in both of these? So I think this one you can right away see, oh, well, there's a 2 in both of those. Okay, so I can take a 2 out, and then I'm left with an A plus a B. Okay. The next one, same sort of thing. The 5 is hopefully it's obvious. You can take out a 5 both. Now, this is what we were just talking about in our notes. There's 2 terms to start. So when I take out a greatest common factor, how many terms are going to be in my brackets left over? 2 terms. Okay, so if I start with 2 terms and I take out a greatest common factor, I'm still going to have 2 terms in my bracket. So I'm going to take out the 5. Can I take out an x? No, because there isn't an x in both terms. So I can only take out a 5. Okay, and then I'm left with an x squared, and 5 times what gives me 5? 5 times 1. Okay, so don't forget the plus 1 is still in the brackets. In this question, okay, maybe now it's not quite as obvious. We have an 18 and a 27. Okay, so we have to say what's the greatest common factor, what's a number that can be multiplied to get me to 18 and that can also get me to 27. Okay, it would be 9. Okay, can I take out a C or a D? No, because they're not common to both. So then I'm saying, okay, so now I'm going to work this way. Okay, I can either say 18 divided by what gets me 9, or maybe you're like me and you like to math the other way. 9 times what gets me 18? Yeah, 9 times 2, and I have to have my C there. 9 times what gets me to negative 23? 9 times negative 3, sorry, 27. I was thinking of the answer and the question at the same time. It kind of combined. So 9 times what gets me to negative 27? 9 times negative 3. Okay, and then I still have my D. Okay, in this case, H is the same in both of them. So if I pull an H out, I'm left with a B and a C. Okay. Okay, I'll do one more with you guys. What's one more that you want to take a look at? Should we go down if we're smart? Okay, maybe we go down to one of these ones. Okay, which one would you like me to work through with you? Somebody pick a number. 17, awesome. Okay, let's look at 17. Okay, what's the greatest common factor that we can take out? Let's just look at the numbers first, right? The coefficients. What number is divisible into 6 and 12 and 3? Any ideas? Okay, that's why we asked for this one, right? Yeah, okay, 3. I can do 3 goes into 6, 3 goes into 12, 3 goes into 3. Okay, now let's look at our variables. Okay, looks to me like there's a C in all of them, so I could take out at least a C, and now I'm going to look at, okay, what's my lowest exponent with the C? It is actually C to the power of 1, right? So I can only take out one C. And then the D's, there's a D in every term, so I can take out a D. It's common in all 3 terms. So then we have to look at the lowest exponent of D. Okay, there's a D squared, and a D. So I can take out one D. Okay, what am I left with? So what do I need to multiply 3CD to get back to my original question, to get to 6C to the power of 3D? Okay, I need to multiply 3 by 2 to get me to 6. And there's a C to the power of 3. I have one C out already. What do I need to add to 1 to get me to 3? 2. Okay, I've already pulled a D out, so do I need to add any more D's in there? No, my D's are taken care of. Okay, and then I move on to the next one. I say, what do I multiply by 3 to get me to negative 12? Okay, I'd multiply it by negative 4. Okay, I have one C, like I have C to the power of 1. I need to get C to the power of 2. So I need to multiply it by another C. I have d to the power of 2. I already have a d, so I need to multiply it by another d to get me to my d squared. And then I have this. I've got this 3cd, okay? But I've already pulled out the 3cd. So this is where the 1 comes in, okay? If the question has 3 terms, the answer in the bracket has to have 3 terms. So if you're doing a question and your answer in the bracket only has 2, I wonder if it's because the greatest common factor you pulled out was identical to one of the terms. If it is identical, you have to say, I still need that whole term. Okay, so I'm going to multiply it by 1. Okay, awesome question for asking. Okay, I want you guys to continue working on that. This is your homework. Okay, we'll do the textbook work tomorrow. So continue working in class, and what you don't get finished, take home for homework and have it ready to look at for tomorrow.